Hey Ryan, Scott Walker with Impact Layton SEO. We just met at BNI this morning, and I'm making this quick video to just show you kind of the things that I focus on. I'm a little bit different than other SEO companies. I usually start with your website, go over your Google Business Profile and possible Google Ads, if that's, if those are the things that you're looking for. But for me, let's just start here. For starters, your website right here. It does look clean and professional, so I like that part about it, but one thing I would highly recommend for you is to have more content. The reason I say that is because Google loves to see content. They want to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage. Throughout that content, you want to be found for buyer intent keywords, and for me, what that means is a location and a service. So like for you, your homepage could be like disaster cleanup, then you could have a page about water, damage restoration, flood, those types of things. And but you always want to have it associated with the location. So like water damage restoration, Layton, Utah. The other thing that you can do on your images, if you save them correctly, which I don't think you technically have images, these are backgrounds. This is a link, so we'll see if that's correct. Yeah, but instead of it saying download right here, your images should have the alternate text to be your keywords on that page as well, because it's embedded behind the photo and counts as content as well. So I do use a tool called Ahrefs to show me your analytics and where you're setting. The DR and UR as the strength and trust that Google has for your website. These are on a scale of 100, and you want those continuously moving up while also balanced. You're currently at 0.7 and 10, and that's due to your referring pages and domains. I know we talked about a backlink, but just in case, it's when one website links to another website via clickable button or text. But not all backlinks are created equal, so you do want to stay relevant to your industry and also location whenever possible. And it looks like you're being indexed for 18 keywords, and we're not getting too much traffic to your website, which is the point of SEO. But I wanted to show you the things that you are being found for through Google's analytics. So these aren't all of them. This is a third party, but it shows me a lot of the keywords that you are being indexed for. The only one that you're really getting traffic for is disaster cleanup Utah. Now, if you want to just be cleanup only, disaster cleanup, that's fine. There's 150 searches, but Utah's really, really big. So these people could be searching all over the state. They could be down in St. George or Cedar City, things like that. So they might not really count towards you. So what I like to go after are like buyer intent keywords local, like Ogden, Layton, Kaysville, Centerville, things like that. And because they're looking for someone local at that point, where Utah is kind of a state, it's just a little bit bigger, but some of this, even if you're ranking #1 and getting a lot of traffic to your website for this keyword, some of them might not turn into customers for you. So I did just I'm in Layton, so I always like to look at Layton, sorry, but I know you're in Kaysville and Clearfield, so we're right in the middle, but anyway. So I just did Layton water damage restoration. Right up top is a way to get your Google Guaranteeds. These are a type of ad. It is nice for here, but these are extremely expensive. But there's a guaranteed for both sides. So for the consumer side, I know that this company is licensed and insured. And for the business side, if I call this phone number and I'm not a real lead, you can dispute it and get your money back. So that's kind of the nice thing about Google Guaranteeds. Whereas you could do your sponsored ads, which this is like your cost per click. You don't get any refunds, anything like that. But having as much of the keyword inside of the ad as possible is really beneficial. This does say Utah, so I mean, like, technically I would say that they might be able to, but like Layton water damage restoration, that's the type of keyword that you want inside of that to have a good click-through rate. Now, once you click on the ad, you want to have a good landing page experience, and that's pretty much if you have a click to call right up top, the form submit, what you do, where you do it. You might not have any, but if you run any promotions, things like that, and then the background imagery should be relevant to the search term. So if we're doing water damage restoration, so show some water damage. If we're doing fire, show some fire damage, or you get the picture. And that's how you have a good conversion rate. And then we move down into the Google Business Profile. It's okay that you're not here. There are lots of ways to get in here. The biggest one is to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are the exact same across the internet. And then the next biggest one is getting reviews. It doesn't have to be all 5-star reviews. It's more of the quantity and if you reply to them. I have a great way of generating good reviews. It's a little trick I have for you, so if we need to get you going on there, that's something I can provide as well. And then putting your name, address, and phone number into things like yellowpages.com is really beneficial because Google will start to trust you more, and that's not in your local area, that's in your surrounding areas as well. Oh, I forgot to show you this, sorry. These are just kind of the searches. I just did water restoration, and so like water restoration near me in Davis and Weber counties, there's 600 searches a month for each of these keywords. And now, this is the only bad part, the cost per click is anywhere from $50 to $130. For me, just the rough numbers, if I have a 20% conversion rate from the landing page, which is pretty good in my industry, that would be 5 clicks from here or 5 clicks from here. So you're looking at, $600 or $250 to $700 for a new lead. So this might not be the best way to go, but I also know that people are paying more than that for a new lead. So just wanted to show you, and this is just water damage, just FYI. So. And then being in the Google Ads and Google Business Profile generates about 60 to 70% of the traffic going to your people's websites or ads. And then we move down into the organics where your website would rank. And if you look at this, this is a back page for Restoration 1. They do have a little bit of content on here. So when you have more content, better buyer intent keywords, those authoritative backlinks and citations, you could start to outrank these guys. And to give you just a kind of a small glimpse into, I just did restoration. So, I mean, this doesn't even talk about mold remediation, different keywords. This is just restoration. Ogden water damage restoration, there's 40 searches a month. Layton fire damage restoration, there's 30 searches a month. Well, and you can kind of see these are way easier to rank for because they have lower KD. So these are the types of ones that I go after so that they're actually going to turn into customers for you. And then, so when you outrank your competitors, a percentage of this total volume will go to your website instead of theirs, and depending on your closing rate, they'll turn into a customer for you. So, I look forward to talking to you soon. I hope you have a great day and a great Memorial Day weekend. Have a good one.